Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready to break.
951. 951.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
On the ready.
51. I got you. 36.
Protein spill. Cut. Hit it.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to avoid him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Ready.
Now Jones. This one complete to Coleman.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Kill.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Haskins to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Check it back.
22-jet bomber. Yep. 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Henry. Wild field.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Strip that ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Redskins nothing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the draw, they go to Geis. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To Thompson on the draw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Any weapon.
Now Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here we go. 60 on. Single, single, single slot, single slot. I got 83, I got 83. Me. Ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
I'm scared. Check three, check 3. Big Ed.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Run it.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? 98's the mic. It's our time. 66. Pull it. Pass. Check. Hatch it.
Now Haskins on first down. And this one complete to Reed. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98. Watch the ship.
They go play action with Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
3rd down. Here's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Back to you.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Spins past him. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by Troy Apke. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Let's go now. 91. 98 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. All day, baby. All day. Let it go.
On first down, it's Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here comes the ball.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short boot, take it at the 21. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready. Hey, no one. 98 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Slam.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
On first down, it's Thompson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Set, ready, go to base. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 198.
On second and 12, Haskins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Now Haskins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Second down, Haskins. And a little floater there is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Stop right there. Everyone got 4 down.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, wahoo!
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Ready? 198. Watch 98. 98.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Haskins caught on the right side, Reed. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Tight ends right. Out. 3 down. Hustle. 50, Mike, 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 50. So we got man.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. That's it. 198. Watch 98.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And Diggs has it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Haskins. Able to get this to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
98 for Mike. Come on. You baited with it. Check safety. Quick the edge. Come.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He can run for it, and he will. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
49, check 49, check 49, check 31, 31.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second down and goal. Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Coming. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, you.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
17, Giants 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
X3, 2-3, jump.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Tight end's right. Alone. 3 out. Go.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Pushing his way inside the 40. A big play there out of Geis. 65 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Touchdown, Giants.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We got 4. We got 4.
Ready? Off the play fake, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On third down, Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Three down. Hey, echo. Get it.
On fourth down, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Touchdown. Come on. Hey, I'm 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I'm on.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Come. Shoot.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Five.
Jones on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. 6-6. Pull it high. No. Hey. High 7. Hit it.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Hey, come on, now.
They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bang, 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 bang. 98's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 198.
Haskins going to try to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. The Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. A win would be their second on the young season. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And now here is another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 37-yard line.
Blue down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.